I feel like I'm maybe in an episode of like Hoarders, or possibly like I just bought a container or a storage space. Hey, what's going on? Today's episode, folks. I am just down here on the boat. I think we're on about day, what is today's Sunday, so we brought it home on a Friday, so I had it home a couple of days. Ended up grabbing a couple of things today. I'm actually cleaning out because the guy that I got it from, man, he had all kinds of stuff. He has additional parts. He's got some new parts that never got used. Just lots of things. So I'm going to start going through some drawers, and I am going to start cleaning some stuff out. Lose a little weight. Going to keep probably most of it, but definitely want to get it off of the boat so I can make better use of the boat. And went to Walmart, grabbed 4 extra life jackets. We had 4 on here, plus our throw cushion, which is what we needed for Coast Guard regulations, which is 1 wearable flotation device for each person on board, and then 1 throwable. And I'm thinking if we bring any other families along, this way we've got at least 8 on here. I did pick up a couple of new rods as well, a couple of ugly sticks from Walmart, something a little heavier than what I had to put probably both of my rods on. They will be, I'm going to say they're more ideal for bottom fishing. I will troll probably a fair amount, but really the majority of what I want to do, I'll probably troll a lot of times when I go offshore fishing to bottom fish. I'll probably troll parts of the way out there anyway. But really what I'm looking for is more bottom fishing. Get into some grouper, some snapper, you know, get into the goodies out there. So that's what I bought them for, is more suited for the bottom fishing. And I'll throw my Penn reels on there, and should be in good shape. So I'm going to get to cleaning. I'm also going to try and sort out why the depth is not showing up on my chart plotter. And it also is blinking. It'll blink and it'll change, and then it'll come back to it, and it's like changing. So I gotta just get comfortable with it, and just get it all the right settings set on there, so that when I do go out, I don't have to worry as much about the where I'm going. I can steer around some stuff, get some better chart plotting. Got a couple of places close to here that sell Raymarine stuff, so they might be able to help out as well, because I want to be really comfortable going out, being able to chart some spots. When I find my good fish and honey holes, I want to be able to mark those on there on my plotter, and just get comfortable with putting spots in, getting out and back quickly, safely, obviously, through there. So those are some of the things I'm going to be looking. I'm going to check to see how much gas I used on our first trip too, so that I can kind of start playing with that. We didn't run real hard, you know, like I said, we trolled quite a bit of it. If you saw the previous video, go check it out if you didn't. But we trolled quite a bit. We never pushed too hard. I think probably top in I only hit 10, 11 miles an hour, and it was a beautiful day, so we didn't have to fight any winds or anything like that. So it'll give me an idea on good days what we use for gas, and so I know how much I can use and how deep I want to get off the coast here of Tierra Verde, St. Pete Beach area. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work. So check this out. This is all the stuff that just came out of the Cuddy cabin. We got some soft scrub, some mineral spirits, we got some goo off, we got some The Works all up under there. Here is new bracket for the brand new chart plotter fish finder. So it syncs with the other one that I got. That's a 12-inch. I think this is a 7-inch, and it's meant to go up in the tower up there. So when you're driving and fishing from up there, you've got all your same numbers. So again, we'll probably get that baby sorted out after I get that one. Hopefully I don't have to drive just with this one and put it up there, but I got that. I got screws coming out of my rear. I got hoses and belts out the wazoo. Got me some scratch pads. I didn't even dig into this. Some other just pieces. Hopefully this doesn't mean, I think he did say that someone gave him a bunch of them. And some of them weren't even for his boat, but it was just a box of hodgepodge. We got other cleaners, got some, is that oil? Oh, it's antifreeze. Got some rat traps, more cleaners. I got a pump for a bike tires or a ball. It's always good. We got some other parts, probably head gaskets maybe, some oil filters. So those might not be too bad. Although I've kind of decided here too that this baby is going to lose some weight. I got some impellers. We got lots of parts for if this baby ever goes down. Transom light, all right. Some line, all right. Who knows how good that'll be. Some that might stay in though. Can't have enough line. What else do I got? A fuel pump. Nice. Maybe I'll sell some of this stuff. But yeah, I've relegated to getting all of this off because I've got Sea-Tow. And so if I run into some issues right now, I'm calling Sea-Tow. I'm just not even going to become mechanic on the water. He put in new plug wires. This must just be an extra, which is kind of cool. He took super good care of this thing, and I can see with all the stuff. But like I said, he had a lot of stuff, and he told me that ahead of time. New cigarette lighter for up there, because I did plug my converter into that, and it didn't work. So I might hold on to one of those. That should be relatively easy to take care of. Lots and lots of things. Audible warning kit. I don't know what the hell that is. But lots of stuff. Fuel pump. I wonder how much I can get for some of that stuff. Let's see, what else do we have? Got an extra LED light. I do have an extra radio. He put a new one in. What do we got? That's another transom light. I did find, is he really excited, the case for the stereo. Yes, I found the case and the remote for the stereo because the stereo is in here and it's got a CD player in it. So it's there, and so the face will just go onto that. And look at that train wreck in there. One thing that's going on, which is this fuse panel, which right there is not all connecting well. So I'm not a fan of chaos. I don't know if anyone else is, but I'm gonna have to sort these just to be like, all right, what do I got going on here? Because working on stuff is really easy if you can see where it's going. At least it is for me. If I had to start it from scratch, it'd be like, all right, I don't know exactly what's going on. But if I know, here's the thing I'm working on, here's the wires that come from it, and that's where it goes, I can disconnect and reconnect and make things happen. So we'll see if that's the case with some of those wires. But like I said, got my stereo. Didn't bring the keys, so won't even check that out today, but that's something that's staying out. Yeah, so all kinds of stuff, and that was just up in the cuddy. So now I'm gonna dig into that one. I got drawers here, I got a drawer back there. I think there's stuff under these, maybe stuff in the back there too, and I'll be packing up the lines and getting those off for now if we plan on making this our permanent home, because we got a really good setup here too. Ron is an awesome dude. He's letting us park here for free right now. He's got great lines that you can see there. You can pull your lines tight and those will roll up with the tide, so you can keep your lines out of the water and not have to worry about you know, snugging them too tight or anything like that. So I really like that. I can keep it centered. I don't have to worry about rubbing on the sides or anything else. So it's really cool that we got that. I'll probably end up taking my bumpers off for now too. Yeah, just so much stuff. So I'll get to work on these down here, then I'll head up there and check that out next. All right, so we're in one drawer here, and I feel like I'm maybe in an episode of like Hoarders, or possibly like I just bought a container or a storage space and I'm just rummaging through. This is all kinds of screws and bolts and nuts, and it's insane. So I'm just cleaning this one out. Voltmeter looks like. Yeah, some of this stuff, I don't remember how to use that. Got some tools, which, you know, salt water and tools don't work together, so I'm guessing those won't even work. Maybe donate those to someone if they want to clean them up and get them working. forgot to show you before too, there's some canvas that was in the cuddy cabin. That bucket, they had their water shoes that were up in the cuddy too. Forgot to show you those. Here's another drawer. I'm guessing, I think that's a water pump. We got canvas snap kit. That's probably handy to keep some of those around. You know, more stuff, adhesive, a chunk of wood for a wedge it looks like. Fire extinguisher. I believe that bad boy is way out of date, so I'll probably have to check on that. More cleaning stuff, just insane amounts of stuff. But I wanted to show you too, flares. Those are all out of date. He did have new flares. I'll keep those as backups. I did read that that's a good idea. You can see that got all cleaned out. Be able to actually make it some use for it. Wanted to show you though something that he explained to me when I was up here in the cuddy with him before. And we got the first aid kit up here. Of course, toilet paper, some paper towels. There's the new flares. But here is something that he said to keep on board. This is not a toy. Nerf football. So what he said is, if you get a puncture in the side of your boat and you're taking on water, you can stuff this bad boy in there, and that way it keeps you from taking on more water, right? So obviously not a very permanent thing, but if you're out on the water and you're waiting for sea tow or whatever the case may be, this could be a lifesaver. So he's like, keep this on board. Don't play with it. It's an emergency tool and it's fantastic. And that makes sense. When I was in the Navy, which has been 20 plus years ago, when we went through our damage control, I do remember people and using that, you know, with different types of plugs. It's like you find something and you jam it in that hole. So still continuing on, I'm gonna pack all this stuff into the tote, which is empty now, take it over to the car, get it off of here. We're losing weight. I wouldn't be surprised if I lose on this boat somewhere around 200 pounds. So we'll get a whole person off of here. And just looking at some of the things needing done, I need to get an extension cord so I can plug in so that my bilge pump doesn't drain my batteries. Probably after we get this done, we'll have another fishing trip. It's looking really good for Tuesday right now. So maybe my buddy David will come up and we'll get out on the water. But I'm thinking one of the other things is going to be, all right, now for just general maintenance and cleaning, because I grabbed the cord over there and I still got sticky stuff on my hands. So just some you know, taking care of it, because he hadn't used it for a few months anyway. I think actually several months. He kept it obviously maintained with the engine and that, but cleaning, you know, some of the things, like I said, they're a little off. So that will, maybe the next episode of today's episode will be out on the water on Tuesday, getting some fishing done, finding this little hole, put the new gear to use, and then we might be coming back and looking at some general maintenance and cleaning and see what the hell all this, he had all these cleaning supplies for. I have no idea. And some of them look toxic to me. So if it's me on the water, I don't want to be putting that stuff into the water. So I'll have to look at some non-toxic solutions, which we already use at home, mainly organic family and non-toxic family. So that'll be one of the other episodes. So I'm going to pack this stuff up, hopefully get all this off, and then like I said, I'm going to go up and check on some of that. There was some crap up there, and get on out of here. You can see a little bit of upholstery work could be done. Doesn't need it. It's not in terrible shape, so who knows what I'll end up doing with it. But I might just load up the back end, load up the lines, get the last of that out of there, and head home. And like I said, just be prepared for the next video of hopefully doing some fishing on Tuesday. Let's hope that the weather holds out for it. So make sure you give this bad boy a like. Make sure you hit notifications so you see when the next today's video shows up, and watch some of the other videos on the screen.
What do you think you'll catch today, babe?
What am I going to catch?
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a black tuna.
Ooh, I didn't know there was such a thing.
I saw other people catching them in the area. I don't know where they're at, but that's what I'm hoping for.